So, you may be wondering, what am I here for? You can probably see the time of it being 2:57 a.m. at the morning of I usually like on a Saturday essentially. So oh, I'm showing my VC face. That's not something you should be seeing. So I did what I've wanted to do for a while, but I've kind of haven't done it because of failures. Um, Even last week, I lied and said I was going to continue. And I was going to focus on Final Fantasy, which is why Final Fantasy is up right now. Like, where I'm actually able to focus more on Final Fantasy. I literally saw my character. It doesn't really look that different at all. But the reasoning I am saying anything about it is the fact that, like, I beat, I beat Honorun. I beat Honorun. It was with mods. The mods that I had very much made life easier for me, especially during times when odds were stacked against me. But and it does feel kind of cheap not to use mods where for the sole purpose of getting a win. So it's not like I actually did win on a run. I did beat it, and I didn't feel bad about killing some enemies that killed me last time. I didn't kill the enemy that killed me my last on a run, which was my 8th run. But I won on my 9th run. May die 9, one on a run. I think I got my gold die. I didn't actually see to look at it. Because I haven't gone in. I might actually like pull up this stuff so I can see it. But the reason why we're doing anything right now, where's Baldur's Gate? We're gonna see that beauty, that the thing that everybody really wants to see. That achievement, critical hit, complete the game in tactics mode, and then 4 hammer, play it on honor mode. And it does feel good because, again, I've had to do 8 separate runs of the same character, of trying to get it far, and then very much not making it really anywhere. Sad thing was, like, the really bad thing is the fact that, like, I really didn't make it anywhere close to, like, a far point without the mods. Like, I made it second act, final boss, and I always died to him because of. Usually I couldn't get the persuasion down, but I feel like I probably could have beaten him because it wasn't like I just don't have damage. Like, no, I had the damage. I just couldn't kill him fast enough to the point where like it was like I couldn't kill him fast enough in his first phase to get him to the second phase. And if you know about the second act boss, um, you can persuade him to just go in the final form, which I haven't done, which literally was the worst. I was like, oh wait, I did everything differently. But like that was really the big case. It was like I'm messing up royally, right? Messing up royally because I wasn't really doing exactly what I needed to, and that was just a mistake. But yeah, the reason why I'm like recording so late, basically, well, early, which I really should be asleep because I am supposed to wake up in like 6 hours, give or take. Give or take. I actually haven't checked what time I do have to be up because my friend is in New York right now. And I'm supposed to see her basically at 1, which means I probably have to leave by like 11? Maybe? Depending on what time trains are, I don't know. 11 or 12, depending on, but she still needs to send me the address. So, like, I need to know where I'm going. Like, and she hasn't sent me anything. So, like, I'm cooked. But also, she probably just got. No, she got to play from like 1, give or take. But, like I said, it's very much like big deal that I beat it. But yeah, I'm happy I beat it, even though it was with mods.
Sentries to arms! Istik, state your purpose quickly.
Alright. There you go. Shining armor. Does not look that good. Like, truly speaking, it's mid. It literally, like, maybe it's like sexy. Hold on. No. Okay, cool. I did all that. Just do that. Whatever. Cool. So, at the end of the day, how do I feel about beating the game? I guess it's whatever. Like I said, it's not like I finally did it. I did make a big cheer. I was going to screenshot when I got the achievement, but I was too slow. You would think I'd know how to do it after taking a bunch of screenshots of my character. Didn't do that though. I'm a noob apparently to screenshotting after doing it for the past few days. But this time I'm going to tell you the truth. We are actually going to focus more on the 14 content, and also some more, which we've been doing essentially, but focusing more on that, and also focusing on Honkai Star Rail again, because expansion. And I'm gonna try to do stuff when I do showcase my Final Fantasy 14 stuff to make sure it's not essentially just that, like it's not any spoiler based, because spoilers aren't really good for people, apparently. But yeah, we're gonna continue with that. Yeah, I finally got the everything I needed essentially. But yeah, I had fun though. I did have fun. Like I said, it took me 9 tries to even get it. To also, I gotta show my friend this. Hold on. Can I show this? But yeah, like it was fun. I'm happy I did all this. Like it was so wild to even get it, and I did, and I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm like 1.6. I'm not getting the what do you call it? I'm not getting the platinum or whatever, the 100% completion. That's not happening. All right, so because I've beaten it, and because I've done everything, I want to talk about the game entirely. There's a lot of faults with Baldur's Gate 3. I know you can say, well, how is there faults if you enjoy playing the game or you play the game so long? Um, I never said it was perfect. It's not remotely perfect when it comes to an RPG game. It's not remotely perfect when it comes to a D&D based game like a CRPG. Truthfully, it's flawed in so many ways because of that. Like, it tries its best to be relevant in the new age space, that it doesn't really help the fault of the classes it has sometimes. Like, when I tell you that, like, playing this game and coming from, like, a very incentive, not even a D&D background, but having, like, playing a lot of RPGs essentially on stream, or playing a lot of RPGs, and you see exactly the class progression, you see exactly how these characters can actually grow. It very much is bad in a sense because of the fact that, like, I'm not getting anything from it. Like, also, like, the third act is just so redundant when it comes to XP, because majority of the time you're like level 11, level 12, but once you start hitting that real nitty gritty, like you start actually like getting to your final fight, you're already 12 and you're getting all this XP, and just like, why am I getting this XP if I'm just 12? And there's no like later on, where you're gonna get to like higher ranks, because they're not really planning on making any more additions to the game. There's not gonna be any DLC. What you're getting is what you're getting. If they add stuff, they add stuff. Like, they're adding a patch 7 to the game, so we'll be getting more evil stuff down the line, but it's not really like the biggest game you can actually play where it's the best. Like, I always rave about Wrath of Righteous. Wrath of Righteous, even though I did have a lot of gripes with it, which is just the Crusader mode, because I don't really like the tower defense kind of style of play when I've been playing something completely different the whole time. And that's really just my biggest gripe with it. But there are so much hours of gameplay, and also, again, it's a level 20, so you can get to all the way to level 20. You can basically go a lot. And the thing about that, too, as well, is the fact that, like, speaking of that, is the fact that, like, you can fail so easily. Because Wrath of Righteous, like, fails in good classes. What I mean by that is, like, it gives you so much that it's very easy to pick a really bad class to play, because of the fact that there's so many classes. So a class that you would have to learn fully, it's not really beginner friendly in the game essentially. or you would have to play a certain way, depending, like, if you play Druid, you want to just be in wild shape, but then again, everything else Druid-wise sucks. It's like, why is it so bad? It's like, because you checked the worst Druid. And it's like, cool, can't do anything, I feel weak. Like, most of that game, I was just feeling like I was the weakest person. Like, I wasn't the main character, I was a side character that did support. Which is probably why a lot of people do not like playing support classes, because I remember one of my friends who also streams was talking about that, like how people didn't want to play Bard and Wrath of the Righteous. And I was like, why? But Bard is fun. And like, the thing with Bard in like BG3, for instance, like Bard from BG3, it's really fun, and actually pretty powerful. And I really wish I continued my Bard playthrough, but because of the fact that like I started on stream, um, and I haven't continued it, I'm like, oh whatever. Sorry, that's a yawn. It's probably because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I haven't showered yet. But yeah, it's. I'm showering right after this, by the way. I really shouldn't. I should just go to sleep and shower in the morning because literally I'm going to wake up in like a few hours. I also need to charge my bike because I might be taking my bike. I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, it's a different thing of like, again, there's two separate games too. But I would always recommend, like, after playing this game for how much hours did we have in this game actually? 712 hours, almost 1K. I would definitely recommend Wrath of the Righteous more, even though I have a lot less time spent in the game. Um, but the thing is, like, it's the same thing with Wrath of the Righteous versus, and the reason why I would rather you play Wrath of the Righteous is because of the fact there's a lot more to do and a lot more customization when it comes to your build, because your build isn't really set in stone when you pick your class. And that's really what you need to think about. When it comes to Baldur's Gate 3, your build is kind of set in stone once you pick your class and your how you play, even though there are additions added on later in the game, which added on the first act. But it doesn't really mean, oh cool, this cool essentially change my job for the better or the worse. Like, no, it doesn't do that. Wrath of the Righteous actually has Mythic Paths, which means you get to choose a certain path that will, like, again, change how your class looks, change how your, well, not even class, but your character looks, change how everything reacts, and also could change your class because of how you are playing with your Mythic class, essentially. So it's like, it does change everything, and that's what I mean by like there's so much customization when it comes to Wrath of the Righteous. Again, customization when it comes to CC, not really. It's very much an old. It follows every other D&D game, um, which is just very limited character customization. Which Baldur's Gate 3 also has very limited character customization, which is why a lot of people do have the mods for CC, because they're very much lackluster, but then again, it is following the D&D video games kind of guideline, which is don't include everything, but include some stuff. But look, the characters are pretty, so at the end of the day, that's nice, right? Yeah, I finally did what I wanted to do, so that's really, like I said, that's probably going to be it for when it comes to my Baldur's Gate talks, because I finally was able to do it, and I basically grinded all night just so I would be able to focus on everything else going forward. Like Sunday, I'm most likely playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14. Saturday, I can't really tell you exactly what I'm doing because I'm going to be out for a good portion of the day, but the day hasn't even been told what we're doing, so I don't even know how long I'm staying out. Hopefully not long, because I don't want to. I also made plans to watch a show with somebody as well. So I'm trying to be nice. I also have to edit this video later, but I'm recording it now, which means I don't have to, I can edit it whenever. Basically when I get home, it doesn't take long to edit this. But yeah, like I had fun. I won't be doing this challenge again. It was nice doing it. Do I feel bad for doing it with mods? Not really. Don't really care. I did it. My character looked really pretty. So yeah, no, I'm good. But yeah, that's really gonna be it. I'm tired. I'm gonna go take a shower. Like a really quick shower, so I can just go back to sleep. We'll go to sleep. Even though I'm not really gonna get much sleep because, like I said, I would probably have to. I need it. What time am I waking up? That's a better question. Like, if I need to get to, let's see, because that's a real big question. I always have to. Like, again, I don't know where she is, um, but I can generally know. Let's see, directions. Oh, motherfucker, train. Um, it would be today. Though. Let's say arrive by 12:30. I'll have to leave by 11:39. That's pretty bonkers. Wait, why would I be transferring trains though? That's disgusting. We don't know. Well, the 11:16 one, which is also not that bad. And I get there at 12. Yeah, that's not the worst. Well, like I said, I still have to see what time she wants to leave. I also have to set an alarm for 9 o'clock because I wouldn't. Um, but like I said, that's me. I'll see you all again next week, and you'll be seeing my character in FF14 for the first time. I've seen it today. I sent it to one of my friends as well, who I always play with. But I'll see you all again next week. Love you all, and later days. Peace out.